Greetings. Today is 7/16/2021, about 12:27 p.m. I was motivated to talk about the beauty of partnership, whether intimate mate or just having somebody to bounce ideas off of, or someone with whom you can pray or talk to, or that one person that you can do all the above, with whom you can do all the above. I look at the different projects that life offers us all, whether in business, work at home, house chores, ideas about things. Having a second pair of eyes is beneficial. Male, female eyes. Let's look at that real quick. Oftentimes, I'm not saying this is etched in stone, but oftentimes, male eyes see the big picture, whereas female eyes see the details. I recognize that the balance of the big picture versus the details is God's way of making 2 send 10,000 a flight versus 1 send 1,000 a flight. The multiplication. Remember, God is a multiplier. So when you recognize how God is able to do things that are amazing and give energy toward the partnership and allow a true love triangle to exist where he is the center of any relationship in which you involve yourself, you can really send 10,000 to flight. Because when God tells one, he often tells the other, and when one comes up short, the other can fill in the gap. And if one may not register or forgets what God has said, the other one who's told the same thing can also be accountable to say, hey, this is what's going on. I know that a lot of people want to be an island these days, or sometimes find themselves as an island because of fear to open up to other people. In intimate relationships, you have to vet people, test them with small things, see how they react to it, and then allow the relationship to grow into larger things. The evolving is a process, and a lot of times you have to be showing yourself as you are known, and shown other ideas, and shown different strategies, and figure out what works better or best for you both or the other individual based on whatever the situation is. For example, if I'm good at organizing things, then I may offer suggestions for getting things organized. Whereas if someone else if someone else is better at planning trips or something like that, I definitely let them do their thing in that. It's just recognizing your strengths. I have different people who help me in different areas. My son is the ultimate go-to. I can't take credit for training everything that he does, but I would not want to work with anybody more than I want to work with him. I call him Clutch, because he always comes through for me. He is so clutch. That's a new slang, but he watches my back 90% of the time. Sometimes he get caught slipping, but I don't even trip because he helps out more than anything else. I'm so proud of him. My man, yeah, he right there beside me. Yeah, quick glimpse. But anyway, it's so great having a team. A lot of times on my projects, whether it's the customer with whom I'm working or get another business partner or a friend to come through, as long as it's a female, I have them come through and get that eye for detail, like what am I missing before I tell the customer to look at it. And depending on the relationship I have with the customer, I say, can we do a walkthrough to see if I'm missing anything, or to make sure we're good or what have you. So there's so much benefit in having someone on your team. And just going back to, sometimes it's hard to open up to people because we've been burned so much, but recognize that maybe you're not sowing the seed for trust and safe spaces. So if you want to be a friend, be the friend that you would want. There's a lot of stuff on social media out here in different areas, and it's just important to recognize that some of these lies are just not working. None of the lies are working. Realize what the lies are so you don't have to pay the cost of trying to fulfill this thing to make it work and go through the breaking process of dysfunction. So when dating or pursuing something that you may want to be valuable in terms of a relationship, have some conversations. What are the expectations, whether in business or intimate relationship? Some people don't care about having an open relationship, where some people do in intimate relationships. Some people care more about, can I trust my feelings with you? Can I trust you to help me financially? Figure out what your thing is. In business, certain things need to be talked about from the gate. Number one, when am I going to get paid? How am I going to get paid? How much am I going to get paid? What's the timeline for this project completion? When are you going to get here? Is that flexible? Things like that. So the beauty in partnership is that it's not one person accountable, solely accountable. The detriment is when we don't have the necessary conversations ahead of time, accountability and responsibility is left for whoever. I mean, it's just left too open, and that's not safe. So make sure in everything you're doing, create a safe space for you to relate in whatever ship that you have traveling from one destination to the other. Take time to figure out who keeps their word and what words are being stated for accountability purposes. And keep your word. And if you can't, say, hey, I can't do this. It's better to have integrity and character to say, hey, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, than create the expectation and lose the trust or refuse to fulfill the making of the trust. Have a good day.